Let's jumpstart today talking about cooperation. Let's go back and take a look at John's Gospel when Jesus goes across the Sea of Galilee. A large crowd had gathered because they saw the signs Jesus was performing on the sick. So Jesus looks over at Philip and says, "Have any idea where we could buy enough food for everyone to eat?" I can just hear Philip, "Really? Really?" But what Philip really said is 200 days' wages worth of food would not be enough for each of them to have a little. Then Peter's brother Andrew pipes in, "There's a boy who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. Everyone must have thought, "What a joke." But guess what Jesus says? Jesus tells his disciples to have the people recline. So here's our friend Jesus who wants to do a huge miracle, except he needs the kids' bounty. Imagine if you were the kid who spent your time reeling in the 2 fish. Now, I don't know about your son, but when mine was a boy and he caught 2 fish, I'm not sure there's any way he'd give them away just because someone asked. And Jesus didn't just ask for one of his fish and one of his loaves of bread. He wanted it all. So I'm just saying, since we already know the outcome of this story, big giant props to the kid. And while we're at it, props to the kid's parents who raised such a generous kid, right? But in all seriousness, I've heard this story a ton of times and never given one thought about the boy. Have you? He cooperated. He didn't throw a fit, well, that we know of. He worked together with Jesus, and the rest, they say, is history. But his contribution and cooperation are huge here. And I think the message is that our contribution and cooperation are huge as well. If we want Jesus to be able to perform miracles in our lives, we have to be willing to give him something to work with. Sometimes he will ask for a portion, and sometimes he will ask for it all. So today, let's ask him to help us see that, like the boy, we must be willing to let go of some of the things we've worked hard for with the hopeful anticipation that they could be miraculously multiplied and used for a greater good. Choose to make this a great day, and I'll see you next time.